Kilman. Paquetá somehow bounces through to Somerville, and he's beyond Van Hecke. Somerville for West Ham. Brilliant stop, Bart Verbruggen. Looks like now the offside flag has come, but Bart Verbruggen did not know that. It is a fantastic save. Textbook goalkeeping. It was fortuitous in the way it bounced through to Somerville, and it looked for all the world like he was going to tuck home, but Verbruggen's outstretched leg denies him. Lewis Dunk. Van Hecke. All tight and congested around there. Who can provide the spark to unlock West Ham? Vifa! Seemingly had to score in front of goal. A ball flashed in from the flank, begging Mats Vifa to tap it home, and he couldn't make the contact required. Wonderful delivery by Maxime de Kuiper, all the whip and bend required to beat the West Ham United back line. And Vifa reaches out a right boot, but can't tap it home. Best chance of the game by some way. Here's Wan-Bissaka. All sorts of space for Paquetá. He's going to shoot from range. Paquetá! Saved by Verbruggen. Drops to his left to keep it away. Back in from Bowen. And Lewis Dunk rolled away to Kadioglu. It was travelling off the boot of the Brazilian. Plenty behind it. And the space invited Paquetá to strike. Bart Verbruggen dropping to his left, palming it away. It's a good save given the circumstances, the wind, the rain and the bodies in front of Verbruggen. Solid goalkeeping again. Quickly approaching half-time. Had a rain-soaked Amex. We've seen the Albion turn up in the second half more than once this season. Might need to, because Somerville's broken past Dunk. Bowen in support, Somerville goes alone. And was it the right choice for West Ham's number 7? Albion again giving it away inside their own defensive third. Somerville, fleet-footed, broke into the penalty area, had Jarrod Bowen alongside him, tried to wrap his right boot around it, and it's wide of the post. Somerville, well, he lived to rue that chance as Nuno throws down a towel in frustration. Good spell this for the Hammers. Fernandes again. No foul against Georginio. Baleba, Georginio. Paquetá takes Welbeck off the ball. Bowen past Lewis Dunk. On goes Jarrod Bowen. It's a marvellous run. Bowen for West Ham. Saved by Verbruggen. Somerville on the follow-up. Verbruggen meets it again. Remarkable goalkeeping from Bart Verbruggen. It's been one of his busier afternoons for the Albion, and he makes 2 vital stops there. It was all about Jarrod Bowen initially. Magic feat to carry him into the penalty area. The first was good, the second purely instinctual. Lifting both hands to see it over the top. West Ham United corner kick. Bowen to take. Bart Verbruggen battening down the hatches. In it goes. Verbruggen behind it again. Van Hecke tries to scramble away. De Kuiper helps it on its way. Nuno's side smelling blood in the water on this rain-soaked day. Traded chances in this game. Albion have probably had more of the ball, more of the territory, more of the momentum, but West Ham arguably the more clear-cut efforts on goal. Nothing to separate the sides at the moment. Hinshelwood, Gomez, Welbeck is all too tight. And Van Hecke might have made an error, and now Callum Wilson can bring it away. Bowen in support. Wilson, Bowen tried to run onto it. How has he squeezed that in? The away end erupts in front of Jarrod Bowen, and on the slide, he has somehow slotted that under Bart Verbruggen. What looked like a slide tackle has turned into a sumptuous shot by West Ham United. Jarrod Bowen angles it into the corner. to make it Brighton Hove Albion 0, West Ham United 1. Brighton Hove Albion 0, West Ham 1. And now West Ham, who have already been rather defensive today, have something to hold. Bowen again, ole, ole. And it so often is Jarrod Bowen for West Ham. Doesn't have the best record against the Seagulls. That's his 4th of this season. Van Hecker in response finds Viva. Is it going to be an instant response for the Albion? Loose in front of goal. There was seconds between the restart and Areola backtracking towards his own byline. Van Hecker clipped in behind for Vifa, and a wicked deflection off Kilman sees only the crossbar come to West Ham's aid. Albion remaining patient, but time not on their side. Georginio dragged across goal, tucked home, is it? No! It's wide. Babis Kostoulas off the bench. Every claret shirt behind the ball. In from Van Hecker. Gomez rising for a header. Drops as far as Babis. Stolen away. Callum Wilson's on the charge. Lewis Dunk's running with him. Dunk might have to make a challenge here. Bowen attempting to join in. Callum Wilson will hesitate and go alone and hammer it wide of the mark. Fabian Hertzler's face tells the story of an afternoon of frustration. Nuno Espirito Santo quiet, but will be delighted with this. When you're fighting for survival, this is the type of win you savour. Dunk in towards Welbeck, nodded away by Mavropanos. Kostoulas brings it down. Another delivery goes in and behind for an Albion corner kick. Bowen's outstretched leg not doing enough to prevent the set piece. Kostoulas to take the in-swinger. Short it goes to Boscagli. Kostoulas has continued his run. Boscagli instead crosses towards the back post. In front of goal to Georginio. Diving is Danny Welbeck. Kept out by Areola. And away by Wilson. Simon Hooper waiting. Not sure what he's waiting for. Hurled back into that 6-yard box. Kostoulas. Gruder for company. Boscagli wide. Kostoulas dribbles himself into the penalty area. Babis Kostoulas! Saved by Areola. Almost a moment of magic from the Greek youngster. Might have another chance here. Will he try it again? Past one tackle, past another. Boscagli in towards Dunk. Recycled back to Hinchelwood. Has to go in the area now. Overhead kick from Kostoulas. Georginio! Remarkable from Areola. In front of goal. Georginio again! Last gasp! Drama at the Amex! Georginio smashes it home from the angle. He's just kept plugging away. And eventually the West Ham wall breaks, but is there an intervention? Handball against Georginio, the Czech. Brighton and Hove Albion thought they had salvaged a point. Goal given! The Amex roars and delights again, and Georginio has come up with late magic to pull the Albion level. No handball against Georginio in the penalty area. It hit his thigh and up into his upper arm. The sleeve of the shirt is the borderline. The sleeve of the shirt is where the ball landed. And the goal stands. West Ham thought they'd stolen 3 points away from home. They might still yet. Freddie Potts, Wan-Bissaka, and now Jarrod Bowen. Jarrod Bowen blocked by Lewis Dunk. Heroics from the captain again. Not the first time today he's done that. Not the first time in 501 appearances that he's done that for the Albion. And it goes towards the head of Kilman, and rising at the back post and nodding it wide was Mavropanos. Centimetres in it. Verbruggen's going to look long towards Gruder. Gruder off and chasing it. Wan-Bissaka away as far as Hinchelwood. That will do it. A huge exhale at the Amex as Simon Hooper's whistle has gone. The Albion rescue a point from behind, courtesy of Georginio. Your final score: Brighton Hove Albion 1, West Ham United 1.